Hey everyone, Tom here, battlerapresume, back with yet another episode of the show. Really excited about this interview. You know, this guy affiliated with Romcom and E&D, and I'm pretty sure you went to the same school as Callum from the forum. I mean, if that's not cool, I don't know what is.
That's my claim to fame.
That's crazy. Did you cross paths at all, or was it just later on you realised?
I didn't even know that until you just said it.
Damn. I'm pretty sure that's true, but anyway, Ceezlin, what's good, man?
I'm good. Well, it's been an ordeal. It's been a extraordinary few months.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm still alive. I'm rolling with the punches, and some spectacular things are on their way. That's for sure.
Do they include battling? Are you going to battle again?
Do you know what? I think I would like to dabble again with battling, but only
this might
freestyle
convince
battling.
you. So
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
maybe.
But I think if I do it again, it will only be either on beat battling or freestyle battling, because I just can't be asked to spend a month writing
Sure.
about another man. Do you know what I mean?
Okay. And so, you know, you really are a kind of, you know, certainly in the battle sense that we're going to get into, a kind of rapper, someone who's highly respected on a technical level. Like, who were the people initially that you looked up to in a rapping sense, like before battling? Like, who were some of your early loves, your inspirations in the art? Like,
Well, for me, the way I got into rapping was copying my older brother. So when I was younger, I used to copy everything my older brother used to do. So, for example, when I'd walk home from school, when I'm approaching my parents' yard that I grew up in, when I'm getting like, you know, a couple 100 meters away from the yard, I start hearing this music blasting out. And as I get closer and closer, I realize it's my brother pumping his tunes out of his bedroom, windows right open and shit. And it would be, is it alright if I swear, by the way?
of course.
Quick, sweet. So yeah, like I would just imitate what my older brother did, like play the same sport, have the same haircut, listen to the
What
same
music was he playing?
Mainly garage and like proper hip hop, like the Chronic and shit like that.
Okay.
Like stuff like Drag On and shit like that. But mainly garage. So and then he used to dabble a bit with like MCing himself, write bars, and then he would kind of like write bars for me, and then that's where it all stems from, basically, from there. But I kind of took all my inspiration from him, and then I would listen to, when I got a bit older and started developing my own my own taste, I would listen to more garage, old school stuff like Heartless Crew and stuff like that, and I would often like just memorize their lyrics, and then kind of just spit them over a different beat or something, or just, you know, just developing like a kind of garagey flow. So that's where the Skippy flow comes from the garage thing.
Were you TC back then?
Mainly garage. Yeah, TC back then, definitely, yeah.
What was that change? Because early battles, it always says Ceezlin on the description, but TC, the early moniker then?
I'm going to give you the true story of how Ceezlin came about. It's fucking hilarious as well.
I've always wondered.
Right, so basically, my two best mates, they're brothers, and their parents always used to go abroad for like the weekend or for a week, because of their business was in different countries. So there was always a free yard there. So always used to have little parties, get wavy there back in the day when we were young teenagers. And basically, my boy Blam, RF, shout out Blam, I was sleeping with a girl who shall remain nameless in one of the bedrooms. And I used to be called Sizzle back then, Sizzle Guy. And then my mate Blam, Sizzle Guy, yeah.
Sizzle Guy, okay,
Sizzle.
just checking.
So my boy Blam walked in on me and a particular lady doing the business.
Okay.
And I think he was a bit shocked. He didn't know what he was walking into. And he kind of said, he just came out with Ceezlin. And that's where the name came from.
That's it.
That's it.
Wow. But why the choice to actually rename yourself then, like, as you've already started battling?
I don't know. It just felt right. You know what I mean?
Was okay with that from an SEO perspective, or?
He never said anything about it, so I guess he was all right about it.
Yeah, I guess he had a few names as well, so You know, it's only fair
Yeah.
as the evolution of it. But let's talk a little bit about battling then. Like, what was the awareness of battling, you know, in the UK locally? Like, was it again your brother who introduced you to it?
Nah. So for me, back in what it was for me back in like early grime days, garage days, the kind of battling we used to do was just your written bars. They're not aimed at each other. It's just your verse against the next man's verse over a beat. Whoever gets the most pull-ups or the most wheel-ups, most rewinds, basically was better. That's how it used to work. And I used to do a weekly set with my boys in a youth club, the YMCA youth club in Hove back in the day, big up them. And every Thursday we used to get an hour in a little room with decks, and we just to go there, spit for an hour non-stop.
Sick.
And that's kind of where, that was like the earliest kind of battling forms. We used to get a couple random dons from different ends come through, try and jump on the mic, and then one of me or one of my boys would then, we take the mic off them, do our verse, kind of that kind of battling, or different crews would come. So that's like my earliest experience of battle rapping, I guess. But it wasn't like.
And what about in the quote unquote professional way, like the YouTube way? Like, is there anything you were watching online or?
I think the first kind of battles I watched were like jump off freestyle battles.
Of course.
Where it's just literally like line for line, like back in the day when like Professor Green used to.
Press One was like there, yeah. Pinky X.
Yeah, man.
Mm-hmm.
And what's his face and that kind, them kind.
Oh
of
yeah, oh man.
And Stig of the Dump as well.
Stig, yeah. Chalk.
Yeah, man. And then when I think when I started hanging out with Gizmo, he used to show me a few battles and we'd catch joke over them. And then after a while, I was like, fuck it, man. I remember being at a party with her actually. And I was like, yeah, he's like, bruv, you'd kill a battle if you did it. You're fucking jokes. You need to do a battle. So I was like, yeah, fuck it. I'll do one.
Damn.
So yeah, man.
So, you know, you meeting her at this party then, like, what was Don't Flop at the time? Like, you know, the Rizzle battle, the first battle is very early on in Don't Flop's lineage, but it's not the earliest stuff. Like, did it have a name? How were you aware of it?
So Giz showed me a couple of battles, and the first few battles he showed me were, like, Wizard and Scissors. And them, man, are fucking jokes. Oh, yeah. They're hilarious. So, they were like the first kind of, I guess the first people on Don't Flop I saw, and then obviously Giz and Kong battled Sizz and Wiz as well. So they were like the first kind of videos I really saw, my first Don't Flop videos.
And this prick released a track called Get Down to the Sound of the Trumpets. What the fuck? That's the sound of a dumbwit. Fuck down to the trumpets. I'll get down with your mum tits, mouth and a crumpet, cause she's down to get fucked with. And that dumb bitch comes to my place. I'll make her jaw break with foreplay. No one comes in your MySpace. Every 4 days, you get 4 plays. You're waste. Your dad's a skaghead and a coke fiend. He left your mum because her fanny has a goatee.
And getting into the first battle then, against Rizzle Kicks, I mean, Wizard is actually there. He actually judges it.
Yeah.
So many legends in the back of all these early videos. It's just a small scene. It's great.
That's it, man. That's it. There's been a lot of legends come through Don't Flop, man, for sure.
Including Rizzle Kicks. You fucking battled Rizzle Kicks, the gigantic star. Like, you know, it's insane.
It's pretty mental, isn't it? Even Rag and Bowman did a battle as well.
He did. Yeah. Under a slightly different name though, wasn't it?
I can't remember what
it's like. Rag Bow. I can't really remember what it is. I'll have to look that up. Yeah, but I'm sure he's.
I think it was just Rag and Bones maybe back in them days.
Yes. I think it was. Yeah, but you know, we'll get onto that megastar that you're also affiliated with. But with the Rizzle battle, like, talk us through how this happened. What was the background to this coming together?
So me, I think it was New Year's Eve. We were at this pub called the Full Moon. A friend back in the day they lived above the pub, so it was New Year's and we were getting licked up in their yard. Bare people there, like I think like English was there, Stig was there, me, Rizzle, Giz, Prince Kong, bare Brighton heads basically all there. And then I was like, yeah, bruv, you need to do a battle, it'll be jokes. And then I was like, fuck it, Rizzle, we should battle, innit? Let's do a battle. So because you see, it's funny, my name was Ceezlin back in the day. And a lot of people in Brighton, like, all had the Izzle name. So you had Sizzle, you had Rizzle, You had my boy Teo. He was Hizzle guy. He's like a big drum and bass producer and DJ now. There was a lot of Izzles, and it was kind of like Brighton thing. Everyone kind of had that name. So yeah, that's how the first one came about. First battle for me came about.
800,000 views. This is uploaded on the 16th of September 2010. I mean, we're going so far back that the Unusual Suspects, mixtape is being announced at the front there. I mean, massively watched battle. A jeweler ethnicity battle is said by the host. It's a vibrant room. I mean, you introduce as TC, and the reaction is huge. Rizzle and Ceezlin sounds like Snoop Dogg finishes a sentence Rizzle actually says early on.
Yeah, that's jokes.
And, as I said before, definitions there, Wiz is there, 10 Shoot, Adam the Rapper, and it's funny that you clown on the sound of the trumpets there.
Yeah, well, to be honest, I still think the song's shit.
Right.
but obviously, as like a young teenager,
mm-hmm.
The competition side of me was a lot more prominent then. So I was almost bitter about anybody else from my city that was ahead of me or more successful than me, because I thought, no, I'm the fucking best. I should be on that platform. And that's like a very almost immature mentality to have. And now looking back as a geezer, as a proper full on man,
yeah,
I I'm happy for anybody that's from my neck of the woods that's done well. And I support that. You know what I mean? I want to help more people achieve these massive heights. You know what I mean? Because if somebody's from your city and they're doing something well, you should back it. You shouldn't feel like I'm jealous. You should back it. You know what I mean?
And
so, although I still think the sounds
of course. And it's fucking battle rap as well. Like, it's not going to come from the heart really. And you clown on MySpace as well, which was amped at the time. Every 4 days you get 4 plays. And kind of proto-lunacy, kind of dad left him on because a Fanny has a goatee. I mean, that works well.
Yeah, man. It's just the fucking weird shit you come up with when you're battling and cussing someone and making up the most random shit about their old dear. It's hilarious.
I mean, you going on the Brit school as well in the second, so I didn't realise Rizzle went there, but I guess that makes sense.
Yeah. So we went. Me and Jordan went to the same school actually.
Right.
And then I think after, instead of going to college, I think Brit school is like a college. I think so. I think Harley, the other guy from Rizzle Kicks, I think them man went there actually. Well, they did go there. Yeah.
Nice. And
and the Brit school seems to produce quite a few. Stars.
It's got a huge hit rate, really. Yeah.
That's it. So yeah.
And he flips. He's great in this battle, I should say. Like, I think he does really well.
Yeah, man, I was impressed. I wasn't expecting to do as well as he did. There was a lot of rumors going around that he got a lot of help with his bars from a few people.
Damn.
But who cares, man? You know what I mean? It was a good experience.
Okay.
Made a ton of views on YouTube.
But it's a serious battle as well. Of course, it's lopsided in a way in terms of view count because of Rizzle, which is not a bad thing. But in terms of just a clash on its own merit, I think it's very strong. I mean, at the end says it's one of the illest one-on-ones he's ever seen, and everyone is just has one or the other kind of just winning out by a hair. Like, it is a real contest. Like,
yeah. What's annoying for me, a couple of the judges who judged on the day, when I've seen them more recently, do you know what? Looking back at that, I think you actually won it. But fuck it, who cares, mate? You win some, you lose some, and it was a sick experience, and it got shitloads of views on YouTube. So happy days, man.
And talking of shitloads of views on YouTube to shit views on YouTube, I'm talking about early Don't Flop, and this is kind of the from the mud kind of days here. I always say, Ceezlin, like you can sort of measure, BC, AD or whatever in terms of battle rap. Does Don't Flop have the DF on the thumbnail, and does it have the 2 people facing off? Like, that places you in a certain sort of later 2011 era.
Say that again, because you kind of cut up.
Oh, sorry, man. On thumbnails, like Don't Flop thumbnails, when eventually around 2011 they started to put the logo in the middle and the 2 guys sort of facing off. Like, that showed moving from the, the name of Don't Flop at the bottom, plastered on, Blood in the Water, Brighton sort of stuff. Like, you were there in those early days as it was growing and as it became something quite, viable and legendary. Like, were you aware of that at the time? Did you have any sort of acclaim? Like, oh, he fucking battles on Don't Flop, like, or no?
Nah, man. Just
no.
For me, it was. I never expected, like how it's gone. I didn't expect that to happen, and the way I didn't expect the shift to happen the way it happened, and the way it just flipped and became so professional and stuff is amazing. It's great. More and more people getting involved, and the professionalism, the levels went up. It's sick, man. It's good to see. But I didn't know what to expect. I didn't know what to expect. You know what I mean?
And, these early battles then, like, I haven't seen, for example, forgive me, I've watched quite a few of your battles, but I haven't seen the Jolly J battle. So this is your third battle. Like, Ceezlin, one of the things you always had was, or have, is like, the charisma and the projection I felt, and the connectivity to the crowd. Like, did you feel you were learning a lot in these early battles?
Yeah, definitely, man. Definitely, because I've always performed my tracks live at gigs and stuff like that, and I've with the battling and stuff, when it's performing in front of the crowd, it's natural, man. Like, I never get nervous doing a show because it's something I enjoy doing. I love the buzz of performing in front of the crowd, so it was easy to translate that into battles. It's the same thing, you know what I mean? It's just doing a performance, isn't it, in front of people. But definitely. I think as each battle went on, I definitely kind of learnt the game a bit more. You know what I mean? Like, my first few battles, I didn't really, like, my structure wasn't quite there. And I kind of, it was, definitely a learning progress, like seeing what reacts, what gets a bigger reaction, and where to use like a intricate flow, or where to do a punchline, or where to use a joke, and that kind of thing definitely came after each battle, for sure, man. For sure.
And before we get into the next battle, Pedro, which takes place towards the end of 2011, like, one of the things people would just free-word associate to you, Ceezlin, would be Rum Committee. Like, it was a real pronounced... It was kind of one of the earliest UK battle clicks to a certain extent, don't you think?
Yeah, man. For sure.
Kind of pioneering in a way, and, pretty ubiquitous. How did that begin? Like, how did it all start?
So, Rum Committee, that for I was the last member to join. Actually, no, Ragabon was the last member to join. I was the second to last, the penultimate member to join Rum Committee. So I think the story goes, there was a crew called Lab Rats, which had Gizmo, Pete Bish, I think Barkill as well in it, and Charlotte Bones, who's now my flatmate. I think it was those guys. I think that's all the members. So they were called Lab Rats, hip hop crew doing their thing. And then more people like I think it was DJ Direct, my boy Tommy D. I'm not sure exactly who was there, but they were all together drinking rum on a night on a bender on a night out, and that's how Rum Committee was formed. And then a couple more men joined in, close associates, etc. And then I was entered into Rumcom by default because I had a fight with somebody that Rum Committee had a bit of beef with, and they were like, "Oh, sweet, you sparked him out, so you're in with us now by default." And that's how I got into Rum Committee, pretty much.
And I mean, the Rumcom stuff, like the music gets played a lot, especially I was playing some on the live stream before we did the episode, like, Booze Town, for example, and Committee is Still Boss. Like, I'm guessing those were really fun to put together with the guys.
Yeah, definitely, man. Like, we've got this, I just got the other day from Sherlock Bones, my flatmate. He found like an archive of some old school footage. So we used to have this thing called the Grogcumentary. And it's got some pretty dark footage from back in the day.
Right. I'll need to watch that, man.
Yeah, I'll have to send you some a private link to that, man. Yeah. But yeah, there's some pretty mad shit in there, man. We used to have this a couple of the Rumcom boys lived at. In fact, I think everyone that's been in Rumcom did a little stint at this yard. It was called 101. I won't tell you exactly where it was, but those that know.
Okay.
There was this yard. It was the door number was number 101. It was a 3-bedroom yard, and it was fucking chaos, bro. It was fucking chaos. There was blood on the walls. There was ants on the floor. There was glass everywhere, and it was just fucking debauchery. Just you go there, you're not coming back for a few days. And we used to do music there. We used to get fucked up there. We used to do patio boxing on the fucking patio outside. All sorts of madness happened in that yard, and it's a legendary yard. And it's quite a lot of us, we've all got 101 tattooed on us somewhere. Like I've got mine on back on my shoulder. Rory Rag and Bowman ended up getting his one done on his face. In that case, and then everyone's got a 101 tattoo somewhere. Basically, everyone that played a part in 101's got a 101 tattoo. So it's a legendary yard. 101 goes down in history for sure.
That's great. So people might know some members through Battle Rap: Gizmo, Prince Kong. Who else is in Rum Committee? For those who don't know.
Right. So you've got myself. You've got my boy Charlotte Bones. You've got Gizmo, you've got Prince Kong, you've got KD, you've got DJ Direct, aka Tommy motherfucking D. You've got my boy Dan Dastard. You've got Choicey. You've got Bakio and Rag and Bowman.
And I mean, what can we say about Rag and Bowman? Like, one of the biggest music stars in the world, certainly in the country, undeniably, and I know internationally he's ginormous. Over 10 million streams on Spotify. People know Giant and Human, etc. What the fuck, man? Because there's a lot of crews out there, and someone does okay, and then there's having Rag and Bowman like being part of the initial. Like, I can't believe it.
He deserves it, mate.
Yeah,
he deserves it.
It's just wonderful. It's insane.
It is. But it was meant to be, mate. It was meant to be. That's it. So
he battled on Don't Flop.
Yeah.
He battled on Don't Flop.
It's jokes, man. It's jokes.
And
but we always knew like it was gonna happen. Same thing for myself. Like I just know I'm gonna pop. Like no matter how long it takes, I know it's gonna happen. You know what I mean? I get told it enough by people when they listen to the stuff I've got coming at the moment in the studio. Like fucking hell, bro. I'm glad I know you now. Do you know what I mean?
All right.
I know it's coming. Like, we all work hard. We've all got the projection. We've all got the target. And Rag and Bowman sparked it off and fucking absolutely killed it. So it's amazing. It's amazing.
And I mean, we have to mention as well, finally, in terms of Rag and Bowman, like the connection to the Rum Committee is strong. You guys went on stage at Glastonbury and performed, man, and you fucking killed it as well. Like I remember seeing the clip at the time; it's insane.
Yeah, that was a pretty spectacular thing to do, man. That was my first time at Glastonbury as well.
So you were backstage; you were in like, the artist area, man.
Yeah, man.
Jeez.
In full force, it was crazy.
Just tearing
I'm pretty
it up.
sure
Michael Eavis just getting terrored by Rum Committee, like.
I'm pretty sure we performed to the record crowd as well since it started, which is pretty sick. So it was
June
live on BBC.
June 25th, 2017. Yeah, and that is just sensational. Again, and so cool that he brought you guys through as well. Like that's amazing. Like, of course.
Oh mate, absolutely. It was amazing, and it was also pretty much, if I'm not mistaken, I think it was me and Gizmo supported Rag and Bowman on his tour. So it was a UK tour, and I'm pretty sure that the Glastonbury thing was at the end of that. So that was pretty sick way to cap it off, man.
So from one legend to another, we get to Pedro, and we get to the Times Change tournament, July 2011 upload. This is round one. Again, TC is what you're referred to in this. We have the intro interview. This is the third battle of the day.
Now I've been making hot tracks, contacts, being offered contracts. I got dope skill. You, no skill. The only contracts you're gonna see is your phone bill. My flow's ill. You ain't got a deep flow. Your boys are like, no, Pedro goes deep though. when given deep throat. You're wetter than a speedboat rocking them cheap clothes. You ain't never gonna see though. I'll crush him up like Doritos and leave his mum's pee hole looking like a burrito Chico.
You know, you guys know these events with the big banners in the background and the t-shirts and the staggered crowd. And, you know, Pedro kind of fires off in this battle, I think. He was a little stop-start maybe in terms of promise, but quite undeniable in sections, you know?
Pedro's jokes, man. He's just like a fucking... He's like a...
Jimi Hendrix with a skin amendment?
Like he's got on... he's like he's got an on and off switch, you know what I mean? Like you'll be jamming with him. Like I remember being at a festival with him, I think, jamming, having a drink, and then as soon as we start barring, it's just like bing, turn the button on, and he's in his element, man.
Oh yeah,
he's a joker. He's a joker.
No, seriously, yeah. And I mean, you say he looks like Verb T if he was 13.
Yeah.
And cool to see Bagnall a second camera there, like you know, very early days.
Yeah, Bagnall's a G, man. Always got along well with Bagnall, man.
And you know, Pedro just comes with that stuff. Your mom's Myra Hindley, your dad's Lionel Richie. Like you don't really need to interrogate it empirically, but you know, it definitely pops off. Hair looks like Rick Roth. No, what is there? Knickknacks. Sorry, and no eyebrows in your hair. Looks like knickknacks. He just kind of gets grimy. Family your country, you can't get medicine. 4-1, he takes it. Was that fair to you?
No, definitely not.
You felt you won,
but I think I was better structured. I think my performance was cleaner. I think my rounds were cleaner, and they were just more to the point. Like, but this is the thing. Is battle rap about making the crowd laugh and get more reaction from the crowd, or is it about impressing the judges and being more technical? You see what I'm saying? I don't know. What is the answer? Is there an answer?
No.
I felt I was more technical and to the point, and Pedro was funnier to the audience. You know what I'm saying? But that's not my decision to make. That's the judge's decision to make, innit? So there you go.
Next battle I want to focus on is the Mickey battle.
Your sound is poor. When I rap, people are like, yeah, TC's raw. When Mickey raps, people are like, not really sure. Now at NAS Festival, when shit got intense, I was scuffling. At NAS Festival, you and Pedro were intense bumming. And taking a piss out of cancer victims in your tracks. That ain't a bit funny. You must be thick, sonny. I'll stick my dick so far up your chick's tummy, I'll leave her shit runny.
She went down in Brighton, real sunny day. Seagulls slightly marring the audio.
That's when I forgot my bars, isn't it?
Yeah. Here's another highlight where, Mickey does take it. Like, preparation, like, for a battler. So easy to underestimate, right?
Yeah, so with that battle, we had the Rumcom Booztown album launch the night before.
Oh, yep, the CD
and
is played, yep.
Yeah, I was house sitting for Scissors at the time. Scissors and his wife, they went on holiday. So me and my chick at the time, we were looking after his yard, which was sick. Like bit of freedom, got a nice yard to jam in. Obviously had the Booztown album launch the night before at the Concord, which was fucking crazy. Wall to wall, full at the Concord, sell out. And I didn't go to bed. I just fucking stayed up all night drinking, and then went to the battle, and I was fucked. And I was also still writing my bars in the early hours of the morning. I think I was with Unanimous, Bowski, a few other people, and I was talking to Unanimous. We were getting licked up, and I was like, "Oh yeah, fuck! I've got a battle in like 4 hours. Shit, I haven't even finished my rounds yet." So definitely preparation was not good for that one. But at the same time, I dropped the legendary bar.
Of course.
Your what is it? Your chick shit fruit shop. She's got no melons.
Yeah, she ain't got no melons, it's a hilarious bar on its own. But the guy in the back hypes it up so genuinely, like he's never heard a funnier bar in his life, and I gotta concur. And he's vibing off it hard, and it just affects the whole reception of it. But that, yeah, I mean, that is just because there was the best of Don't Flop. I don't know if you remember that compilation early on.
I saw it, man.
Yeah, and I think that made that. I think that was the first time I saw that clip. Yeah.
Yeah, man. Big up Shay Fury Shay.
Yeah.
His reaction's as good as the bar, mate. You know what I mean?
Yeah. I mean that's an early like mum joke time. Like you could have branded that.
I should have.
Done, yeah. But you say that he's not the worst, but one of the worst in Don't Flop, and it's still pretty cool. And Gizmo's sort of introducing it. The next battle I want to just quickly focus on as well is April Fool's 2. Which is the kind
Before you move on,
yeah.
Got to big up Mickey Werfels.
Mickey, of course. Yeah, love that guy. Some classic BRRs. Though.
Yeah, man. Before I actually got to hang out with him and have a drink with him and get to know him, he's actually a fucking legend. Yeah. Sam Geezer, and that's one of the best things about Don't Flop. I've made a lot of good friends that I would have never met otherwise. That are fucking just sound people. So. That's one of the best things to come out of it. You know what I mean? You meet like-minded people that you would have never met otherwise, and I'm still good friends with them now. You know what I mean?
The league was getting a lot of views at this point on our next battle, which we kick into, which is the middle of 2012. So this is post Gris Blizzard, and the Lunar Ideals there as well for the most part. This is a really exciting time. And Don't Flop's experimenting, as they always were, in terms of the battle formats. So we had this beatbox 2-on-2 face-off. Again, how was this started? Like, who conjured this?
What? Who came up with the idea?
Yeah,
for it? I'm pretty sure it was man. But yeah, that was class, man. That I'd definitely be up for doing more of that kind of stuff as well. You know what I mean? Concept battles.
So you feel you got sick of like one-on-one battles quite early then, it seems?
Yeah, just because it doesn't feel like a true reflection of
men thinking.
My talent, without sounding like a fucking bellend.
No, I get what you mean though. No, that's a fair thing to say, I think. Like if it's just not something you feel, yeah.
It's like I could have an amazing project that I've made musically, and then I could lose a battle to like fucking some idiot. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And it's like, what do you actually do? You beat me in a battle, but that's all you've got. Whereas me, I've got a whole craft. You know what I mean? And that's why I like the concept battles more, because it allows you to show off your skill more. I mean, rapping a cappella to with no timing structure at someone is one thing, and you can even say a lot of people that battle, it's not rap. They're just telling jokes about someone and they rhyme. It's not actually rap. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
But
what do you think about what do you think about the Shufflo quote from Fifth Birthday? It's Don't Flop Entertainment, boys. The clue's in the name.
Who's that? Shuffle?
Yeah, Shufflo say that. I can't remember if it's I think they both say it.
I can't even remember it, to be fair. But
well, I'm just saying, what do you think of the meaning of it? Like, so some people would argue that maybe, per se, rapping isn't as important as, like, incisive punchlines and, comedic schemes and stuff.
Well, this is the thing with battle rap, isn't it? So it's different now. Back in the day, for me, coming from a rapping background, rappers against rappers, a rapper's rapper, when you battle someone, it's bars. You know what I mean? Who's got better bars? Who's a better rapper? With battle rap, certain leagues, it's now become who can make the crowd laugh more, who's got better jokes, who can make a joke about somebody else and make it rhyme. Rather, it's you know what I'm saying? Does that make sense?
Yeah, no, totally. And it's funny, actually.
That's the thing. You have to move with the times. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. So if you want to be successful in something, you have to move with the times. It's the same as making music. Like you see people like, let's say Ludacris, for example. So imagine Ludacris back in the day. Roll out, move, bitch, get out the way. Those kind of tunes. And then he's fucking rapping with Justin Bieber. Mm-hmm. Do you know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
But that's when it becomes a business. And you're moving with the times, and you have to keep yourself relevant. Look at Snoop Dogg, fucking changed his name to Snoop Lion, done a reggae album.
There you go, NFL streams, and yeah,
that's it. Doing tunes of the Pussycat Dolls. Look at Busta Rhymes, fucking look at him from woo-ha, and
Yep.
shit like that, and to break your neck, nigga, shit like that,
Mhm.
and then he's fucking featuring on tunes of Pussycat Dolls. But this is the thing: it's some people might see it as selling out. For me, it's moving with the times and keeping yourself relevant. Do you know what I'm saying?
And you were switching it up here by rapping with a beatboxer, and loads of the comments are complimenting your flow, and it is a great exhibition for that sort of attack. Like, clearly you were comfortable here.
Absolutely. That's
And
my
facing
element when
Jefferson
it comes to
Price
kind
as
of-
well. I mean, R.I.P. Jeffy P in the sticks, etc. Like, what did you think about what happened to that guy? Like, you battled him, and then he just was gone. Like,
I don't know, man. It's a bit peak, innit?
Yeah.
I remember.
Mystery.
I can't remember whether it was this event where we battled or somewhere else. And I remember him. I needed some cash. The bar was cash only, and then I think I'd lost my bank card on a train or some shit. And he was like, "That's cool, bruv. I'll lend you a tenner." And he withdrew a tenner out of the cash point. And he was like, "Yeah, it's calm, bruv." And I was like, legend, nice one, sweet as."
Nice
And we
guy.
had a good chat, and he's a proper sound guy. I don't know what actually happened with the whole situation with him, but he just disappeared. But I proper got along with him. We made some decent music together as well.
Yes.
And then he just disappeared.
Yeah,
and,
mentions that as well at the start. Yeah. I mean,
It'd be good to track him down, man, because he's a good guy.
I would
as far as I
love
know.
to speak
I
to
don't know
him. That's my dream guest right there.
I don't know what the problem was with.
No.
I don't know what the problem was with what happened with him, but as far as I knew, he's a decent geezer, man, and we got on well. We made a couple of tunes together with an American producer, Transformer. We made a banger, man, and then just disappeared. So shame. It's a shame.
And talking about partnerships as well, creative
That ruins lives, isn't it? So
yeah. So you and Gizmo then teaming up for the 2-on-2. Like, we'd seen Giz before in the other tournament. It's funny, actually, because in about 2 weeks from this episode, so certainly it'll be on Patreon by the time it drops, me and a guest are going to be doing a huge history of this whole tournament that you guys were part of. So both of these battles I've watched recently with detailed notes. And this was an exciting thing, wasn't it? This is a bit of a call to arms when there were lots of people eager to battle and they flocked to the opportunity. Like, how did you hear about the tournament, and how did you and Gizmo come about?
Every time these suckers speak, all these motherfuckers see as tumbleweed. You're about as fun to me as lung disease. Or them fucking teens that cut and bleed just because they found out Justin Bieber was puffing weed. And you know why you do the pathetic? Because you do hallucinogenics and then puke in your brethren. We've just started and you're already doing my head in. You some damp squibs. Gibbs' mother only had him because she wiped her rank minge with a napkin that his dad did a wanking.
So I think I was round at Gizmo's house and we were writing some tracks together. We got a project on the way actually with our boy Husky, and it's fucking sick, man. Can't wait to release that shit. We've got some mad features. We've got Rag and Bone Man on there. We should be getting Orifice Volgatron on one of the tunes. We should have DWE on a collab as well. We got my girl Sylvia and Wednesday on there as well. It's gonna be sick. We got Hatter on there. We got Marshall Mandiago. It's gonna be class, man. But yeah, so we were just writing some music together, and then I think something popped up on Facebook, and he's like, Giz was like, "Wait, T, you seen this 2-on-2 tournament? Look at this. Should we do it and just fucking kill it?" And we're like, "Yeah, fuck it, let's do it, mate." We both could have done with the money as well. So we just went for it. But unfortunately didn't make it to the final and win.
No, so it's interesting. You're at Distinction where all the first rounds going down, and we've had the Chris Leeson Yunnan looking a little stressed, Callum, all that sort of, tons of amazing moments went down over the weekend. This was day 2. Did that affect you in any way, or were you used to being hungover, or?
Mate, I'm part of Rum Committee.
Right. Are you guys just drunk all the time? Is that fictive, or like?
Do you know what? With me, because of my tolerance, I rarely actually get drunk. You know what I mean? I just drink and get to a nice place.
Sure.
I actually get drunk. Like you'll never see me. You'll never ever hear someone go, "Fucking hell, Ceezlin was fucked the other night." Blah blah. It just doesn't happen. You know what I mean? But I can't even remember if was the first. Did you say the first round was in Leeds?
Yeah, first round in Leeds versus Shovel T and Gibbo.
So that's how Ian Daniels was formed. So it ended up being all the members of Ian Daniels, pretty much. We all got a coach or like a minibus from London up to Leeds together. But I can't remember if we got there on the first day or not, because it was a long time ago.
Yeah.
And we were drinking.
Yeah.
But that's how E&D was formed. All those people on that bus, it was formed through that, man.
Almost 7 years ago.
Yeah, it's crazy, man.
Yeah,
Where did it 7 years ago? It's mad.
And there's so many people there, like, you know, on stage and off stage. Like, the room is just buzzing. Like, and it's interesting, isn't it? What an anomaly that Triple T, one of the most lauded battlers, let alone half of a legendary 2-2 partnership. His first partner on camera, Gibbo.
Yeah, so I think it was supposed to be Marlo, but I don't know what happened. Marlo couldn't make it.
Something like that, yeah. That would have been cool to see them.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it was a shame, but Gibbo jumped in. Gibbo done well, though. Big up Gibbo, man. Nice,
seriously,
nice
Gibbo did do well, actually. And, you know, I think Shuffle's stuff has aged quite well. But ultimately, it's clear why you guys won the battle, I think. I think you're pretty commanding here as a pair. Like, you had real chemistry and ability to sort of read each other's cues. Like, it was great.
Yeah, man. Well, me and Giz, we just got this natural chemistry. Yeah. We've always done tag team shit on tunes. We just work well together. And that's it, man. Just natural bonding up. No homo. Pause.
You know, you call Shuffle more pathetic than a girl's fart.
Yeah, Jesus Christ, what was I thinking?
Biggest thing about your clash with Liquid was the fat chick sat with Villain.
Oh shit! Damn. Yeah, Giz said that, innit?
Yeah. And you know, just lots of kind of crowd-friendly stuff. Every bar you spit is like a car park prick. Another boring multi-story is really nice. And you know, people are loving it, man. And like that ease you have shows through. That's not to say that Shuffle and Gibbo don't, you know, do their numbers, so to speak. But you know, some of the stuff as well about Gibbo, about the crease in his head, his forehead's looking like a vortex.
Sometimes when I look back at stuff I've said to people, I actually feel quite bad. Right. I remember the me and Giz battled Bowski and his mate on the Brighton seafront 2-on-2.
Right.
And funny enough, it was on Brighton Beach by the basketball court, legendary basketball court. And my sister randomly came there. She's never been to a battle event before. Just randomly was strolling past with her husband, and she stopped off to watch. And after the battle, she went up to Bowski and his boy, and she's like, "I'm really sorry about my brother. He's so horrible. Like, he didn't." It's so funny. She just didn't get it. She's just like, "That's horrible. Why'd you say that about someone?"
Yeah,
it's fucking jokes. And then looking back at some of the stuff I've said to people in battles, it's actually quite fucking horrible, isn't it? But it's funny. You got to take it with a pinch of salt. You got to have a bit of you got to have, not take yourself too seriously if you're going to do this battle shit, for sure.
Exactly. Man. It's pantomime.
Yeah.
Like, that's all it is, really. Like, you know, there are, of course, layers of intent below it, but you guys move on quite cleanly to the second round versus Mr. 13 and Nishi. And this is a really good battle, but this is a battle that's permeated by that thing you can't really help in battle rap. If you're kind of mates and have a shared history, it lends the whole battle a certain laddie, boisterous vibe, doesn't it? It's not as cutthroat, I guess.
Yes, it's a strange one, man. And I reckon whoever was sorting out the matchups definitely fucking made that one happen on purpose. Absolutely.
Yeah, you guys should have battled like Lisa and Yunnan or something, or Dialect and Zen, like.
Yeah, that's true, man. Oh,
so
well.
The matchups were bad, yeah. I mean, yeah, we'll discuss that in the coming episode, but like that's, you know, still, this is a huge card to be on. Like, one of the cool things about being in the tournament was, you know, you would have a placing on these big events. Like, Don't Flop was huge at the time, right?
Yeah, man. I think that's near the kind of peak, man. That's when doing 2-day events, selling out the venue. That was when it was fucking. That was when shit was running smooth, and it just seemed like it was just going to get bigger and better and better and bigger.
And this is this is a later era of Don't Flop. This is the Follow the Team era, where we get to see all the members like Mosprov and Kruger, like Power Rangers with their ats down below. This is the quarterfinals, third of the day, still huge crowds, as you say. And, Nishi says that you guys are close friends here. And Mr. 13 and Nishi, great team in this tournament.
Yeah, definitely, man, definitely. It's funny because getting to hang around with them, man, like the E&D lot. We had I went up to London quite a few times. Fucking crashed out at Nishi's yard, crashed out at Furtz's yard. We were doing hella studio sessions, like fucking 24-hour, 40-hour studio sessions, getting licked up, rolling about London and shit, just making hella music. And then battling. I don't know. It was kind of I guess when you know someone and they're your boy, it almost makes it easier to write about them. You know what I mean? Because you know what everybody finds funny about that person. So if you expose that to a wider audience, they're going to find it just as funny, if that makes sense.
And I mean, they go in on your apparent poverty, talk about bribing judges. At least we could buy rounds. Rum committee should have been tap water crew.
Do you know what's funny about the tap water crew bar? There was a flip that I had that I didn't use, and it was so fucking annoying because they were like, you should call yourself the tap water crew, but if you look at the battle, me and Giz are drinking beers and them two are drinking tap water, and I had this flip that I was going to use and I just forgot and didn't use it, but never mind.
I mean, the camaraderie shows through here. Furtz adopting that role as the Don't Flop bad guy. And, common complaint of all of these 2-on-2s wasn't really even about the battle. It was just the fact that the videos were so fucking long. This video is 52 minutes, 52 and a half minutes. Essentially, half of that is judging.
That battle's 52 minutes?
Yeah, with the judging included, yeah.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
Fucking hell. I didn't even know.
What did you think? Like, how long did you have to wait until you found out again? Was it a couple of weeks?
Well, we fucking knew at the end of the battle because the third round didn't go too smoothly. So we knew we'd fucking lost it. But I think it was a week. I think, 7 days. You had the judging over the internet and shit like that with all judges all over the world and shit. I think it was about a week. Yeah. If I remember correctly.
So the... What was the reaction like? I know you guys sort of expected it, but still to bow out like.
Yeah, it was fucking shit to lose. I fucking hate losing. I wanted to win that money, but I think we made a good account of ourselves, and it was just it was that third round where there was a little bit of a slip up, and the credit card, Nishi's credit card, didn't quite go to plan, but because I think if our third round was tighter, I think we would have taken it. Because I think my flips killed it in that battle, and leading up to the third round, I think we had it, and then third round just flopped big time right at the end as well. It's like missing a penalty in the 90th minute. You know what I mean?
And it's a little while until we see you solo again on Set the Standard 10, just after 5th birthday. Like, I'm guessing there were offers. Like, were you ever going to be on like a 4th birthday or something like that? Or
I was supposed to battle Brucey, but I think the event got cancelled or some shit. And then I ended up just performing at a couple of Don't Flop events rather than battling, just doing a live set. And then I was going to battle the Double L as well, but I'm not sure what happened with that one. I think they were both going to be on-beat battles, I think, but just they never materialised. And then ended up doing the one with Natural.
I'm a demon from hell. I spit fire, hit the siren, and you'll see in the bell. Last night when I was beating your girl, I played your track called Catastrophe. It speaks for itself. I had your yeah and a laugh. Had her singing in the stew, I was banging her back. She made my whole team bang as a match. So you can say me and her make bang as a match.
I mean, it's good to see you back here. And the E&D bar crawl is played at the top. Again, the Follow the Team era, the graphics and the whole movement at this time was really creative, really cool to see. And this battle was on the stage, 2 a cappella rounds, 1 on beat, which, I'm guessing was a mutual insistence because both of you guys are killer on beat, like.
Say that again.
I'm just saying, like, both of you, I'm guessing, wanted it to be on beat, like, because you're both so good at it.
Yeah, I think we just got offered to do an on-beat battle. I can't really remember if it was organised as a normal battle, like an a cappella battle, and then we were like, no, let's do it. But I can't really remember. It's fucking ages ago.
Yeah.
But yeah, man, it ended up being supposed to be. I can't even speak. It ended up as on-beat battles, and then just didn't materialise, unfortunately.
You guys showed out here. Like, both of you are awesome in this clash. This is one of the better battles of the event, and this is a really good event.
Which one?
The natural battle.
Yeah, man. Big up Natural as well, man. Sound another sound person I met.
Yeah, talented guy.
I haven't spoken to him in time, but you know what I mean. Some people, you get a lot of fucking bellends in this world, and you get some decent people, man. So big up Natural as well, man. But yeah, man. That concept battle, like 2 rounds a cappella and then 1 on beat, shit like that, man. I think it's better. You just kind of sift through the bullshit a bit. You know what I mean?
Yeah, and the Natural kind of starts slow, but then starts, ramping up. Wipe the floor with him, got a mop on his head. Rude Hullet. Not trying to open a can of worms, but your hair is like an open can of worms.
Yeah.
It's some good stuff, and you as well. Like, Chick calls me a dad because I'm bad with the D.
Yeah, that's jokes.
Don't want to hear a universe from.
Come out of it.
Yeah, a little country scheme, nice flow to wrap it off as well. And he has some good C flips as well, Natural. I'm C++, his command of language, like that's some deep stuff.
Yeah, that was a bit too geeky for my liking, mate. But
can't believe it's not cocoa butter he mentions.
Yeah, that's more like it for me.
Yeah. And, you mentioned that you're going to do to him, kill his career quicker than what Mickey did to James Arthur. Like, there's another brush with mega fame. Like,
is this recorded? Say that again, mate.
You mentioned killing his career quicker than what Mickey did to James Arthur. I think that just went down.
Yeah. So, those ones where when people know the ins and outs of stuff, those kind of bars go down well, for sure.
But I really think we won this battle. Again, the third round, the on-beat round, is excellent from both. It transitions seamlessly. I mean, you really go in here. It's just kind of satisfying to watch,
That's it, mate. See, when it comes to rapping on beats, man, I tear it up, man. That's when I'm at home. You know what I mean? Any kind of style, any kind of tempo. If it's on beat, I'm doing my thing for sure.
Is there anyone you'd want to battle hypothetically a cappella?
What if I could battle anyone?
Anyone, yeah. Anyone currently, yeah.
Probably my ex-missus. No, I'm joking. If I could battle anyone in the world, do they have to be a battle rapper or can they be anyone?
Let's say a battle rapper. No dream opponent. I mean, if none is springing out, I didn't know if you just wanted to battle DNA or something.
Nah, it'd have to be someone that I find hilarious, like probably Wizard.
He produced an album of yours, didn't he?
Yeah. So him and Scissors back-to-back production on many projects I've done, actually, to be fair. Me and Wizard and a producer from Holland called Dreadpit. We've got a big single coming soon, man. Just in the middle of I'm in the middle of writing it at the moment. Wizard reached out to me the other day and said, "Yo, me and my boy Dreadpit from Holland, we got this beat. We chose you. Do your thing, and we're gonna get. It's gonna be a hit, man, for sure. Get a big video."
And am I right in thinking the last battle, the most recent battle, is the Bilzar battle?
I don't know. I think you might got it.
I think that best.
I think
right?
your
Was
knowledge
there
of
any
my
other
battles
ones?
is better than mine, mate.
Yeah, I mean that's what Verse Tracker says.
I can't remember. I think so. Yeah. Again, Bilza, another fucking legend I met through that club. So we ended because it was at a festival. We were all fucking camping like a few meters away from each other, getting licked up all day. We caught joke, man, and big up his boy Brad as well. We caught fucking jokes at that festival, man. So good.
So, I mean,
and then again doing another battle.
like in terms of battling in the future, like we said at the start, it's pretty unlikely. But like maybe on beat, perhaps, or is it just music now?
I don't know, man. I can't say because who knows what the future holds.
Yeah.
But at the moment, the focus is I've got without sounding like a cunt, I've got so many fucking bangers that I'm just sitting on, and they need to go out there, man. Some of the shit I've got planned, some of the collabs I've got, stuff in the bank is just when it comes out, it's gonna blow up, man, for sure. So the focus is to I'm gonna release a couple mixtapes, do another album. Like I said, me and Giz have got an album together, produced mainly by Husky, a few features on there. We've got me and Hatter, we've got an album together as well, nearly finished. There's this new clique called Frass Boys, which is myself, my boy PVC, my boy Pav, and Hatter, the four of us. We've got some fucking bangers on the way. Seem to be making a banger a week, pretty much. That just started on a random wave on a Sunday. We just made a clique called Frass Boys, then did a studio session, made a banger, made the next banger. So that's on the way. And then me and Marshall Mandiago, someone you should check out as well. We're doing an album together. It's going to be like mainly singing, quite soulful. We've got that on the way. What else have I got? Just fucking hella shit, man. Scissors is traveling at the moment with his wife, traveling the world.
Yeah.
When he's back, we're going to get into it again, make some more shit. We've got the single with Wizard and Dreadpit coming. There's a lot on the way, man. A lot on the way.
So we'll wrap up with a few quick fire questions then. The first one being, what's your favourite Don't Flop battle?
Of my own or of
no, just in general, yeah, any you like as a fan.
Probably Wizard and Scissors against Shuffle T and Marla, I reckon.
Yeah. Brighton classic.
That's it.
And
fucking classic.
What about King of the Dart? Any King of the Dart battles you like?
I don't really watch King of the Dot, to be honest, man. I like the typical one. I like Disaster's sick. I like what's the guy with the tattoos on his face that fucking got naked?
Oh, Daylight, yeah.
Yeah, he's class. I like what's his name? Zayn Azrai. I love Zayn Azrai.
Mm-hmm. Oh, that's great. I've had Zayn on the show. He's great. Yeah,
he's a legend, man. Who else? I want to see Els battle again. Remember Els?
Els did come back briefly.
Yeah, man, Els is my guy.
He sort of crashed and burned, but maybe again a comeback. Yeah. Did you watch any URL at all, or?
Nah, not really, man.
No.
Not really. I love Shotty as well, man. Shotty's
oh yeah.
I watched one of his battles recently. He invited me up to come to the battle, but I couldn't make it, man, because I've got football. We had a big game. I couldn't miss it.
Yeah.
But definitely rate Shotty as well. I'm trying to think who else, man. I don't know. Of course, O'Shea as well.
Yeah, you and O'Shea should have battled.
Yeah, that would have been jokes, man.
They're like
I think
yeah.
I think we did a freestyle 2-on-2 together, but I'm not sure if it was filmed or not. But we were pretty fucked up.
Yeah,
that was fun.
I'd love to see that. But what about final two questions, non-battle rap related? What's your favourite film?
My favourite film? My favourite film is Children of Men.
Yes, nice. Clive Owen.
Yeah, man. That's fucking
amazing film. Yeah. And what about your favourite musical artist or band that are in no way hip-hop related?
Michael Jackson, all day.
Nice. Big Michael Jackson fan.
Yeah, big time, man. And also, I think my favourite rapper is Yellow Wolf.
Damn.
Yeah. Like Yellow Wolf.
All right. Well, I guess finally, man, how do people get at you? Like, get your music, Instagram, that sort of stuff?
I'm pretty... I deleted everything for a while. Just had a bit of a weird phase. Just deleted everything. It was a fucking mistake, man. Fuck that. Should have said, it. And then since I've come back on Instagram, shit's popping off, man. I'm getting like random products and shit sent to me to trial and put on my story and shit. So I'm gonna keep doing that, man. Because you see all these fucking little clowns. They make like fucking 10 grand a month from just fucking filming themselves, waking up, making their porridge, going to the gym, doing their hair, painting their nails, reading a book or reviewing shit. And they're nowhere near as fun as I am, so I'm gonna keep pushing the vlogging shit, the Instagram shit, because it's going well at the moment. And all I'm doing is just being myself and having a laugh. and people seem to be entertained by it. So I'm definitely going to keep that up. But in terms of music and stuff, everything will be. I've got my website, simply Ceezlin.com, and that's got links to pretty much everything on it. But I guess I'm most active on the gram.
Yeah. Well, all right, man. This has been fantastic. It's been great to go through this. As always, guys, you can follow us at battlerapresume. Get in touch with me, battlerapresume@gmail.com. We've got the Patreon there. If you enjoy the show, you want to get back to the show, you can support us there and get access to episodes like this straight to your phone, like a month before it drops onto the YouTube. Leave us a review on iTunes. Go check out all the reviews people have left on there as well. Leave a comment down below. But Ceezlin, thanks again for your time, man. This has been good.
Mate, it's been a pleasure. Thanks for having me. I appreciate it, man. Big up.